Well, hi, babies. What's up? Hi, how are you? How's it going? This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Use your own discernment, use your own intuition. It is strong, I promise. You'll know if it's your message or not. Okay? All right. So the song I got on shuffle here is Death of a Bachelor by Panic at the Disco. Do I look lonely? I see the shadows on my face. People have told me I don't look the same. Maybe I lost weight, I'm playing hooky with the best of the best. Pull my heart out my chest so that you can see it too. I'm walking the long road, watching the sky fall. The lace in your dress tingles my neck. How do I live? The death of a bachelor. Oh, letting the water fall, the death of a bachelor. Oh, seems so fitting for happily ever after. How could I ask for more? A lifetime of laughter at the expense of the death of a bachelor. I'm cutting my mind off, feels like my heart is going to burst. Alone at a table for two, I just want to be served. And when you think of me, am I the best you've ever had? Share one more drink with me, smile even though you're sad. I'm walking the long road, watching the sky fall. The lace in your dress tingles my neck. How do I live? The death of a bachelor. Okay. I don't really know the song that well to where I'm probably like singing it way off. But we're in it. What I'm getting here from that message is oh, interesting. I wanted to be surprised by the cards, so they all fell upside down. So I just wanted to be surprised. So I just flipped them up, and the first one I got was acceptance, letting go, water, non-resistance. You can let go now, surrender to what is. And it was in reverse when it fell. So that's telling me you might see things as, oh geez. You might see things as, there might be some aspect of yourself that needs to be released in order to move on into the next level. I'm being called to, I got a new tattoo. My sister did it for me. And she's a youngin'. She's only 22. And while we were talking, she expressed this like really profound, I knew it. I knew this thing already, but the fact that she, is living her life in this way and telling me the story and her viewpoint, I was like, damn, wow, she is very like deep. And I was inspired by her story, that I was like, man, I learned something from her, because she, is aspiring to be a tattoo artist and, do that full time. And she was telling me like, I just need to quit worrying about it, because like I saw this guy that I looked up to go from, doing it part-time and just when he could to, having his own shop. And that was so inspiring. And he just, it unfolded the way it needed to happen over time. Over the years, it happened in that way. And she said, I'm letting go of like needing to force this, the timeline to right now, or it needs to happen quicker. And I was like, damn, you're like smart and shit. Like, and I was inspired by that. I was like, okay, so if she can do that, like if she can have that mentality and see the story of some guy that she looked up to and, change the way she thinks about it, like it's gonna happen. I just gotta embrace the now. I gotta deal with it now, whatever I'm, experiencing. It's just, however it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And I need to release this like timeline of like forcing it to happen immediately. And so for me, and that just might be inspiration for you, is like you can learn things from people, whether they're younger than you or, in a different position, whatever. Like be open to like listening to people's story and hearing other things. And, that might be a reminder to like put yourself out there and, you know, learn about new people, go have conversations with strangers, that type of thing, to where you can maybe learn something and, you know, get this little bit of wisdom that you need to hear. Because I was like, damn, like I know that that's what I needed to do, but hearing it from, you know, in her way, in her story, that was just like the perfect way of like, okay, I need to calm down because I am like trying to force way too much shit in my life. And I'm very driven when it comes to making a goal. Like I become obsessed. I'm very good at reaching my goals. And you know, I've always said like I'm Melanie, like I make shit happen. I make shit happen. Like, and I've always said that. I've always been driven in that way. I've never had a problem not reaching a goal. And I've had the patience and the diligence, but I've also stressed the shit out of myself for it and, you know, missed out on a lot of opportunities. The fuck? There was like a random hair floating off of me. I've missed opportunities and like, you know, I've put that goal before everything in my life and kind of missed out on the now. And I was like, damn, like she's pointing that out to me. Like I'm realizing I've, you know, given up a lot, you know, for goals and didn't live in the now because I was so obsessed with the future. Yes, I met that goal, but I also feel that there was some time wasted. You know, I feel that I could have enjoyed more and like savored more. So, you know, I made a choice to, there was a Cholo bike show that I wanted to, I traveled to go see. And I took off of work when, you know, like I have my goals, but I knew that would make me happy because that's like my favorite style of bike is that Vikla Cholo style bike. I love that. That is like my dream bike. You know, I have the similar style of bike. I just don't have like my bike build to where I want it. But I love that. And, you know, there was lowriders there, which is like one of my favorite style of cars as well. And so I got to see like, you know, I was just having fun because, you know, I got to see them, you know, moving the hydraulics and I was like, yeah, get it. And, you know, all the bikes had the same, like similar exhaust as mine. So, and it's just so loud and they were all just like revving it. And I was like, get it, fuck yeah, like get it. Like I was just like having a good time and I got to see all the, you know, amazing bike builds and how people get really creative and detailed in, you know, building their bike. And that's why I like those styles because it's all about the details and like lots of stuff going on. So I went and did that. I gave up, you know, I've savored something for the moment and I went and saw my sister. I went and did this instead of, you know, focusing on, oh, for the future, I have this goal for the future. I want to focus on that. I went and did like, okay, right now, yes, I need to go do something for myself. And I don't want to miss that Cholo bike show for my, like anything. I don't want to miss it. Like that was important to me. And I'm so glad I was there and went and got to see that because it just like invigorated me. And same, you know, having this conversation with my girl, my gal, you know, where she shared this, her shift, you know, her realization of how having to shift that was really helpful to me. So yes, you know, it's very important to have those goals and like dream for them and move towards them. But like, don't forget that, you know, the now. And what I'm seeing with the death of the Bachelor, that might be, you know, say you're really money oriented. You're like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be, you know, a very successful entrepreneur, like whatever it is. Like, I want to be good at this. I want to be, you know, that's like my biggest goal right now. And what you could be, especially since it's Death of a Bachelor, it could be that you, that part of you just only living that goal and putting all of your energy towards that one single goal. So like you're not going out to meet people. You're not, putting your energy into love and relationships. You're not putting your energy into, you may go see your friends and stuff, but you're not, putting any attention on like getting married or, meeting a person. You're like, I need to stay single. I need to focus on this. I've been burned. Nah, I'm not going to focus on that. Like, I'm just going to focus on this one goal right now. When in fact, like, you could do both. It's possible you could do both. And just for my Sarah, we were joking. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be all dramatic and like show the card like with my tattoo. Did you guys notice anything? Did you maybe notice? We were joking that I was gonna be like, yeah, so what I'm seeing here with this song, just all dramatic, like making sure you saw it. So that's for her. But so I'm seeing that as like, there's a part of yourself that needs to be let go, and that's that acceptance, because you may not be wanting to accept that. There's a part that you need to just let fall off, this single minded, like tunnel vision part of yourself. Like, yes, it's very important to have goals. That's part of life. Like, you're not just gonna be like, you can just sit there and see what comes to you. But if you're that type, like, it's me, I need a goal to work towards. Like, I get into I'm like, I need like that challenge. And it might be because I'm a Capricorn, I don't know, but I need it. I strive for it. A lot of people, and this is a part of myself that I need to temper, because I've literally have like, the best example is when I did welding school. I was one of few people. I was the first female in the whole entire history of the program to have my pressure vessel hit 1,000 PSI first time. Like, so my welds held really strong for the hydro test. And so, which they fill it with water and then they pressurize it to, hopefully up to 1,000 PSI. And so this thing I built, and I was like, yeah, cool. And then because that's how you graduated. That was like the capstone of the program. And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. And I was like, so now I need to focus on like something else. Like, and people like witnessed that and they're like, are you gonna like celebrate the fact you like are, like trailblazing and like have something to brag about? And I was like, yeah, whatever. So now I need to go to this next goal. That's something I need to temper in myself. And I've had a hard time accepting that. So, whatever this is, like I said, you want to be a billionaire, you're only focusing on this one thing when you could be savoring the other parts of life. And doing it at the same time and accepting and surrendering to the process, but also enjoying the now. So that may have been like a part of you of like that hyper performance part of you, like, I'm focused on this, I'm making this happen, nothing else matters, my goals are my goals, and that's important. Yes, that's okay. But you can also enjoy the now with other things, like, love, friends, fulfillment. It's time to come home. Goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, and ego. There might, and with this like obsessing on these goals and like, that might be some emotions with coming home. For me especially, because it's funny, I was telling my sister here, and my friend that I went and visited as well, like I was like, I just got it all. I'm like, I need to see everybody. I'm like, this is for my life outside of work and my goals. And I just had like a super great time, super fun time. But with that, you know, we were talking about, I was like, yeah, my mom like never said she was proud of me. And so I think with that hyper performance, like I need to reach these goals and stuff like that, there's a, a childhood wounding here to where it's like I'm trying to prove like, yeah, I'm good, I'm a good kid, like I need to work towards something. And so I'm seeing that with the goddess of the sea, like going, and especially with the coming home, like going into those old programmings and these old like emotional wounding that needs to be looked at so you can move on and just not like operate from that. And that's why for me, and I'm just sharing this because it might, you know, help you pinpoint what you're focusing on when you could like be fully enjoying all of life, all aspects, instead of like that tunnel vision shit. Like for me, that's that wounding of like, you know, my mom never said she was proud of me. So I never, and that's part of why I'm driven so much, is to be like, prove like, yeah, I'm worth love. Like I do good stuff. Like, and that you got to go within and find, why am I only focusing on this? Why am I not focusing on the other aspects of life? And it's just from that wounding. And that might be you trying to run away from this feeling you get when you're not doing anything. You're not working towards this goal and to prove that you're worth something. And that's just for me. So, you know, like take it how it resonates. Like it might just be that, you know, you're experiencing the same exact thing, or it's just going to help you like tap open. See how she's got that like crystal cave at her heart? It's going to help you tap into that heart space and see where you're operating, what wounding you're operating from, and why you're only hyper focused on this goal instead of savoring the whole part of life. Mirror, self-reflection, writer, big picture. Did you forget all you had to go through to be you? The mirror. And so, yeah. So this is kind of like how, you know, when I finished my capstone for welding, I was like, yeah, okay. So anyway, I didn't savor the fact that, yo, I like did all of this. I was so diligent about my welds and super extra about it that, like, you know, it looked good and my welds were strong. Like I did, like it was overall just a great, like I should have been proud of it when I was like, yeah, okay, that was expected. Now, like of course I did, whatever. Now I got to go on over here when I should have been like, damn, you did a good job, I'm proud of you. Like feeding that part of yourself, that act, you know, that wounding, you know, like ultimately I wanted my mom to say, oh, I'm proud of you, that's a great thing, you should brag about that, when I should have been doing that and parenting myself in that, like hyping, being my own cheerleader, because I didn't have that as a kid and growing up, just until I moved out, you know, I had friends say it, but it was like that one person I wanted to hear it from. And I didn't like remind myself of like what all the badass shit that I did. I didn't hype myself up. I was like, yeah, okay, next project that I'm gonna focus on. So that's like, you need to be like, okay, why don't we savor this moment? Why don't we savor having, especially where it says like, I'm walking the long road, watching the sky fall, the lace in your dress tingles my neck. How do I live the death of a bachelor? How do I live like, and just be in the present, like especially with like the lace on your dress tingles my neck, like that's being like in your body, 100% present, Instead of thinking like, okay, what do I need to do? You know, say you're having a conversation with somebody or you go to dinner with a friend and you're also, you know, you're interacting with them, but you're also thinking like about work, or you're thinking about like, how do I work through this? How do I deal with my money? What, you know, whatever you're thinking about, instead of just being fully present in your body, you know, not only, you know, listening to your friend, but you're like, you're aware of what's happening around you. You feel the smell of the brewery that you're at, or whatever you're doing. You know, you smell the food in the air from the restaurant, like wherever you are, with just, you know, interacting with a friend or a potential partner, whatever, when you could be like 100% present. Instead, you're, you know, in that hyper performance, like I need to win, I need to do this, so I'm thinking about like what I need to do for my next goal. Or you're focusing on a creative project and you're just hyper fixated on that. So yes, it's good to think about that, but you know, getting present and, you know, kind of taking a little break from that is going to like juice you up even more when you come back to it. And you need to live life. You need to live the present. And when you are present, that's when the most magic happens. I'm not understanding my own magic anymore. How funny. I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. Power, beginnings, transformation. Magic. Magic. So since I said I'm not understanding my own magic anymore, that might be you forgetting that, oh, I need to step into the present. I need to have some sacred play. I need to go mess around with my friends. I need to go mess around with, you know, go meet new people and joke around with a stranger. Like I need to get back into that and be present with them, listen to somebody's story. And in that, magic will come. In that, my manifestations will come in faster, because I give it a break. I'm not putting that anxious energy on it to where I'm like, I need to get this done now. The timeline needs to happen now. You can't control that. It's control that you're trying to put on it, which is a negative frequency, when you could just be surrendering to like, okay, this is the now. It is what it is. It's going to happen. I've witnessed it happen for others. I need to fucking relax right now. I am magic. I'm not going to underestimate my magic anymore. And that's having fun and being in a high vibration. What does it say? Seems so fitting for happily ever after. How could I ask for more? A lifetime of laughter at the expense of a death of a bachelor. So it's like, you know, that, you know, hanging out and having fun and doing all those things is important, but it's like you're clinging on to this goal of like, well, that's also important to me. Like once I reach this goal, that's when I'm going to be happy. Once when you could in fact be enjoying other things now. And that, you know, a lifetime of laughter is more important than your money or whatever you're trying to pull in. You need to have fun with life versus just focusing on these goals. And it's funny because I'm talking about money, and the King of Pentacles was part of the split of the deck. So let's see what other messages we got here. You're gonna laugh at the card that fell out. Oh, the first one we got here is the Lovers. And I'm being asked to, the way it fell, I'm being asked to, because it fell directly on my clarification deck, so we're going to clarify it right away. It's funny as hell, because my message that I posted yesterday of don't fight this person, I think is what I called it, and that was the card that fell out. The Lovers fell out. So this is our stalker card now. Apparently, this is the card. This is what we have coming in. This is what you got coming in, is a good old lover, a good old connection. That's what's important. Connection. Oh, and guess what? The Lovers card is also about choice. Choosing to let this obsessive part of yourself, this wounding, let it go. Choosing to let that go and enjoying all the parts of life. All right, what's this Lovers about, please? Oh, that's too many. So choosing to embrace connection. Anything else? Oh my God, you're gonna laugh. It's the 10 of Pentacles, and that's like the perfect partner, the home, the money, the family. It's having literally everything you could ever desire. All of it. You can have it all. It doesn't have to be one thing at a time. It could be, you start dating and trying to meet people, or, go out with friends instead of hyper focusing on your money, your creative endeavors, like, sharing, going to interact with people and listening to them, and, or, talking to strangers, putting yourself out there. You can have community and also work towards this goal of, this big, heavy goal. It can be, you can have it all with this Lovers and 10 of Pentacles. You can have it all. It is very possible. That is, this is like the freaking, you want this. If you say, if I was giving you a personal reading, you're like, okay, so what's coming for me? What's happening? And I'm like, oh bitch, you've got the Lovers card and the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you want that. You want that. You fucking want that. You want, because that's like a beautiful, divine connection. And this is the spouse, the home, the dog, the car, the family, the community, the job you've always wanted. This is literally all of that. The coin. That's that 10 of Pentacles is like big money, baby, like generational wealth shit. That's everything. You can have it all, but you have to let this part of yourself die off, heal this part of yourself with that Queen of the Sea. You have to let that part of yourself shrivel off, die off. And it's so funny because we have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. You can manifest all of this. It can all happen at once. You can bring, my sister was saying, I need to relax into it and just be like okay with the now and like have fun now and enjoy what's happening right now. And I was like, damn, you're so smart. Like, fuck. You can, and if you're in the now, that's when your manifestations come in. The Empress is 100% the best manifester. Her energy, that energy of the Empress brings it all in. Just surrenders, and she's like, bring it to me. I'm on my throne, bring it to me. I'm thirsty, bring it to me. Bring me the boy. You can call anything you want, and when you're in that energy. And it doesn't mean that you have to be, it's not masculine or feminine, it's just the energy of this card. So it doesn't matter what you resonate with. You can embody that Empress energy of like getting present, enjoying something, like going to have coffee with, some hottie or whatever, and enjoying, even if you don't end up dating them or like getting with them, you had like a good time. You're like, damn, you're hot. Like, thanks for the coffee. Probably not going to work, but I enjoyed being present and hearing your story. Thank you for that. Or, then it ends up being like the love of your life, whatever. Bring it to me. Bring me the boy. Bring me the coffee. I will have that. Bring me my goals. I can have it all. Bring me that 10 of Pentacles. Bring me the love of my life. I surrender in this present moment. The tingling of the neck, like I'm feeling everything. I'm so present in my body right now. That's where you manifest the best, is like, what I found is when I'm like when I had just meditated, or I went outside and I was like, damn, or when I ride on my motorcycle and like I'm like, damn, it's fucking beautiful out. Like, fuck, it's so pretty. When I'm in that energy of like, wow, damn, it's pretty. Like, that's when I start getting like a ton of messages from the universe of like synchronicities, a random person. It's funny because a random person decided to come up to me, because I have a cholo style bike. It's just not like extreme, it's just a mild, I've got the bars and the fishtail pipes and the spoke wheels. I haven't gone all overboard like I want to, but I will eventually. This random dude decided to be like, hey, did you hear about, like, just out of nowhere, I'm at the Harley dealership and he's like, hey, did you hear about the Cholo, the Vikla ride? And I'm like, no, what are you talking about? I don't have social media, so I don't get on that. And he's like, yeah, you gotta go, it's amazing. And so he like had me look up the flyer for it, and I was like, this is literally everything I would want. Lowrider bikes, lowrider cars, and cholo style bikes. I'm in. Say less. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make it happen. And that was like all the conversation was like, hey, you should hear about this. And it's because I had just finished riding my bike. I was like, wow, it's really great out. I was like feeling just friendly, like wanting to talk to people. I was just feeling super grateful. And then old boy like told me about this. And I was like, cool. And we like talked about like the cholo bikes for a second, and then that was it. I got what I needed. Like that. And I had always wanted to, I was like, man, I wish they had like that type of thing here. Like where it was just, Vikla bikes. That's like my thing. And that was like months ago that I thought that, and that was like the only time I had ever thought of that. Like, and then this dude is like, hey, by the way, this exists. Like, you should go check it out. So getting present, feeling your body, wherever you are, feeling the air on your skin, smelling the air, what's cooking. You smelling what the rock is cooking, just getting super present and, feeling your feet in your shoes, whatever you're doing. I have a piece of grass poking me. Getting 100% present in that. And that's where the magic's gonna happen. Getting present with the people around you, listening to their candor, taking it all in, not just listening, you're gonna listen to their story and be present for it, but also you're taking in like, okay, their body mannerisms, like, oh, they were really excited about that. That's great. I love that. And just being happy to hear that stuff. Like that's being in that is going to bring these goals in quicker. And so we have the 8 of Wands. That's telling you to slow down. Slow down. Yes, you want this goal to happen, but slow down into this what is right now. That's okay. It's okay. Let go of the control of like when you want it to happen. It's still gonna happen. We still have the stars. We still have the lightning. We still have all the colors of the chakra. There's still, energy from the stars getting pushed into the heart. Everything's still getting juiced. Everything's happening for you. You just gotta relax into the right now. Don't give up, the now and, the things that could possibly happen right now just for this one goal when you could be embracing everything, enjoying everything. The Hanged Man in reverse. So I'm seeing that as like making a solid action towards releasing this part of yourself that is like fixated and fixed and rigid in regards to, I need control over my manifestations, my goals. Yes, I'm good at reaching these goals. I'm good at doing this. So that's all I'm going to focus on. Like letting that part chill out. Like, yes, still be driven, still do the work, but also like doing I see the Hangman in reverse sometimes as like going to go dance instead of like just chilling at home and, working, sitting on the computer or, working towards your goals or whatever, thinking about work. I'm seeing that as like choosing to go dance, choosing to go get your ass out of the house and go have fun and be with your friends and go fuck off, go do stupid shit. Like last night we were playing darts and we were just like doing like dumb like trick shots. Like we did like the, you know, like when you're bowling, you do the granny toss where it's in between your legs. We were doing like the granny toss with the darts, or like we did like the shotgun throw where it was, we had all the darts that they had and we just like threw them. So we were just having fun. We were being stupid. You know, I was like trying to do the tactical throw, like where I was walking and like I was like, oh yeah, Keanu Reeves about it. Like we're just being stupid, and it helped so much. I was at ease. I was energized. It was a good time because I was 100% present, just fucking off. That true sacred play. It was fun. And we have, very interesting, so we have 2 8s in reverse. So this is 8 of Pentacles. That's the work card. That's the putting in work. I'm on that grind. Because in the Rider-Waite deck, it depicts a blacksmith, you know, smithing his little pentacles. He's slaving away. His brow is sweaty. His rippling muscles glistening from the light of the kiln, or whatever the hell it's called, whatever, from the light of the fire, like super hot. But he's working. He's on that grind. And the 8 of Pentacles in reverse is not working, slowing down. Slow the fuck down. You don't have to always be on that grind. You can enjoy the time right now and go dance. Go, instead of like, you know, this is like single, you know, focusing on the perspective, meditating. Like I'm seeing that as like you're only thinking about this one thing. You're like, this is my biggest goal. I want it so bad, because if I have the money, then I can be happy and bring everything else in. You can have all the other things before that. It doesn't have to be this timeline of where, oh, I become a millionaire, then I meet the person I want to be with, then I this, then I that, then I can relax. Right, relax now. Go fuck around and have fun now. Go be the loudest people in public. You know, do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be all work. And I'm seeing this, there's like a spider web in this card. You can let things, with this Empress, like let things come to you. Let the feast come to you, like a spider does, where the spider captures the bug in the web and then deals with it. The spider doesn't go hunt it out. It uses the web to catch its prey. So allow it to come to you. So, bring me the boy. Bring me the drink. I will have that. Bring it to me. I surrender. You know, she's sitting in nature. She's like, damn, it's fucking pretty outside. Fuck yeah. I ain't working. I ain't doing shit but sitting here and like staring at the clouds. They're fucking pretty, man. That one looks like a fucking mouse. Like, you know, just enjoy it. Just be present. You don't have to always be on that grind. Just be like, damn, it's really great out right now. I'm enjoying being here. These are great people. Even if they aren't, just be like, damn, I was really grateful for that interaction. I learned something. It always doesn't have to be that. And we have the Justice in reverse at the bottom of the deck. By having that just obsession with, okay, I want, you know, my business to be so successful, and I'm only going to focus on that. That causes an imbalance, because then you're only working. That's all you're doing, is like hyper fixated on this goal. And that's putting you in a state of just imbalance. There's nothing else. You're not, with this card upright, it's like, you know, she's got her feet in the water, you know, the sun's right behind her. She's looking at the plumage of that peacock, like it's all pretty, and she's got the light coming out of her crown chakra, like she's aligned. And by how I'm seeing that is all this obsession and this like narrow-minded tunnel vision you have for this goal that's taken you out of balance. And with the Ace of Wands being directly under that, that's kind of draining you of this like ability to have this like endless energy of like that might have been putting you in this like stagnancy energy of this goal. And so by going and fucking off somewhere and having fun, and or you know, just going on a date and like being 100% like curious, just like I wonder what's gonna happen, you know, and not thinking about this goal, that's and being present and being like, interesting, this is a very attractive person, they're starting to be interesting to me. Or, you know, your friends, whatever, I'm having a great time, we're being we're wilding out here, and do stupid stuff and like go be goofy somewhere. That's gonna rejuvenate you, because this Ace of Wands is like the energy you have like as you're taking a road trip. You're like, yeah, we're about to take a trip, or you know, I'm about to start something really exciting, and you have just like so much energy to go for it. That's going to put you back into this of like, you know, this imbalance that was draining you, by going to go play around, and you know, this willingness to have a different perspective. Like, I can have it all, I can have the friend group, I can have the partner, the things before I reach this giant goal. And by doing that, having that new perspective, that new way of thinking, and letting the, you know, the death of the bachelor, the death of the old way of being, that's going to rejuvenate you, and being like, okay, there are other things that are important, and it's going to make life more fulfilling and give you more energy. Because, you know, this was a intentional tattoo of like still having that new energy. It essentially, you know, we put the intention of the Ace of Wands in this tattoo, which I love that this came out. So I, you know, because I always want to have that like new excited feeling about life. And you know, by doing this, letting the death of this part of yourself falling off, that's going to bring you that new energy, that like that toddler energy, that wild young kid energy that you're like, bro, how are you not tired right now? How do you have this energy? You want that, right? Well, it's because you are living a specific way, a narrow-minded way, and not focusing on the fun stuff, the things that you could have right now. And yes, it's good to be driven and very dedicated to these things, but the, you know, the present is also very important too. And that's going to where your new creative ideas and inspiration and just inner fire, that's going to come from just fucking off. Essentially, you know, going, having fun, you know, if you were like opposed to a connection because you had like, well, my goals are important right now, you know, going for that, and just like maybe even like having a coffee date with somebody, or just like a willingness to like go out and like meet someone, that's going to rejuvenate you, because you're focusing on something else and being like, oh, this could be fun. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Like, yes, you can still have it all. You can have the money, the coin, the whatever you're trying to attain, but also, you know, focusing on, you know, since she is in the feminine, allowing that stuff to come to you. You know, she's very nurturing and caring for the physical things. So by getting physical, being grounded, that's going to bring you to this goal. And then we'll throw a brain skull, a rainbow brain skull oracle, and then we'll close it out. Just by letting that part die off of yourself, like, that's going to bring you so much. What have I been talking about? It might be longer than you expect. It might be longer than you expect. But this card literally says extremely slow, long-term growth. And notice that tree is happy. That tree has many colors to it. You enjoy the now. Enjoy the variety of life. Friends. Things that feel good to you. You know, like I chose to take off work so I could go to a Cholo bike show. Because that brings me life. I was like, yes, I love these builds. I love lowriders. Like, this is everything I could want. They were like playing like oldie funk music, and I was just like vibing with it. Get down tonight, you know, whatever the hell that song is. You know, like Earth, Wind, and Fire was playing, and just like, you know, boogie down, like that type. Like, it was just the perfect environment. I enjoyed it very much. And by doing so, like, I was rejuvenated. I have like a ton of energy from that. So by enjoying all the aspects of life, the variety of life, that's gonna make, you know, yes, it's long term. Yes, and you might appear or think that that's slowing down the process, but that's part of the journey. And then by actually taking a break from just obsessing and working towards this goal, that's gonna make it seem like a shorter time. Because it's like, you know, when you're having fun with friends or whatever, like time just flies by. So it's going to make it seem, you know, yes, this might take long for, you know, this goal may take a while to come in, if that's what needs to happen, if that's the divine plan. But by having fun, that's going to actually bring it in sooner. You know, time is so malleable. And so, you know, if you believe that, you know, time basically just can warp to whatever you want it to, you can just get in a higher vibration by having fun and fucking off somewhere. You know, like we were saying, we were just joking, you know, I was going all Keanu Reeves on that dartboard last night. Like, I was just being dumb. And we were being loud and we were just saying dumb stuff. Like, we were just having a good time. And, you know, so the time flew by. I'm like, damn, it's late. Wow, that was good. That was a good time. That by having fun and doing, and, you know, being in love, having friends, you know, all of that stuff, instead of just grinding on this, you know, taking a break from your goal, that's going to make the time go by quicker. You can warp time by having fun. Too much fun, what's that mean? It's like too much money. Yeah, try to have too much fun. Try it, I bet. I dare you. You should do it. And we have one thing at a time in reverse. So that's definitely, yes, that's telling me you're not being present. You know, yeah, you may have gone out with friends or you may have had dinner with somebody, but you weren't present because you were thinking about this goal, obsessing. You're not getting into this very moment. One thing at a time. All right, I'm going to close it there. Go fuck off somewhere. Go have fun. Go on a date. Go be open to love or whatever you gotta do, because you can have it all. All right? I said what I said, bitch. You can have it all. And you don't have to wait until you have this money to be in love or whatever the fuck you're hoping for. Oh, I'm gonna be happy and have fun more when I have this money, or whatever goal you're going for. You can have it right now. All right, I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.